Okay, now that we removed the existing studs, what we did is we took one out each time. That way we don't interfere with the gasket or tear it out. So now that them are out, we got our longer studs in here. That way we can accept our adapter. So what we did with the adapter here that comes in the kit is it comes with the fittings also. So what we did is we installed this particular fitting here because we're going to mount the regulator on the right side of the generator. It seemed to be the best access. So this fitting here, we've decided probably the best position is about 5 o'clock. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this on here now. Okay, we've already got our gasket, and it shows a flow position in here. So your air cleaner's here, so the flow is going to come through. So we just want to make sure that this mounts on here. Okay, now that we got that, then we're going to install our other gasket here. Okay, that way we make sure we got a good seal. And be gentle with them because you only get a couple gaskets and you don't want to. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to slide this up on here. Okay, we're not going to tighten anything down yet because, as you notice, we're pulling the intake away from the air cleaner housing. So we're going to have a little gap in between here. And then what they do is they supply a ring that will set in here, and we're going to show you how to install that, which we're going to do right now. So the old ones that we took out were the silver ones from here, and obviously they're going to be too short. So in the kit we supply a little bit longer bolt here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just set this up on here as best as we can, and we don't want to tighten this quite down. So we're going to install this up here. We're just giving you this option to show you this here. So now we're going to go back up here, and then now let's install this particular portion back up on this side. That way it'll kind of hold it up for us a little bit. We're not, like I said, we're not going to tighten it down. So alright, what we'll do is we'll put the gasket back on this. Okay, install that back on. Okay, and then this here is going to be in the up position. That's the way it was when we took it off. So let's get that back on here. Okay. They might be spaced a little apart, so you might have to adjust it around a little bit. Obviously, as you can see, I am. So just make sure that goes on there. Okay, we'll push this back up a little bit. On here. Okay, get that back down. Okay. And then we'll go back and install the nuts back on there. That way they're on there. We don't have to worry about them. They don't supply no lock nuts. As a matter of fact, when I took this apart, it was very loose in the beginning, so they didn't tighten it down quite tight. So, and I don't know if it's because it was plastic or what, but I almost could have finger tightened them off. Okay, let's get this almost done on there. And now, last one here. Okay. Alright, now what we're going to do, now that you kind of see this up, just pull it up a little bit and just kind of finger tighten because we're going to get a wrench in there. We'll end up shortening these studs here a little bit here in the next ones, but it's kind of an example of how we're doing it right now. So. Okay, got that. Alright, now you'll see as I'm coming over here to the side, I'll pull this, let me pull this over a little bit. Okay, you'll see the gap. That's why I was kind of saying be careful when you pull that apart. It's hard to get them in there together. It's real tough. So what I normally do is start the bottom one first with the gasket. Okay, so get your bolt in there. You'll see it stick through. And this is a gasket they're also going to supply with it. So what I'll do is just get that gasket around there, line up my hole. Okay, got the hole lined up, and I'll start it in that hole first, just to get me a good start for it, because it's easier to lie them spacers in there when you got one started. So let me get that in there a little bit for you. And that's the reason we don't tighten that up top on the intake, because this here is a little bit tougher once you get that going in. So Get that started there. Okay. A little tougher here. Okay, we'll get that set there. And the reason why we start the bottom one is because when you go to put the top one in, you can kind of see I let the gasket go away from there a little bit, but kind of set that back in there. And then this will set, you see the little slot on it, will set on the top of that bolt. So just kind of spread the gaskets apart. Make sure you kind of pull that away a little bit. And then this will just slide down in there for you. And it'll set on the top of that bolt. Just got to be careful with that gasket because they are touchy. I'll pull that back away. Okay, now that I got that set in there, now what I'll do is I'll start the top one. And then you at least get them lined up through there. Okay, just line it all up. Okay, screw it. The top one's easy. The bottom one's a little tougher. It'd be nice to have a straight Allen like this on a socket. I don't have one with me, but okay. And then the same goes for the other side. You're going to do the same thing. So we'll get to the other side here in a second.